All right, guys, we have the map for game number two. Let me just get everybody into the game here. Select is not accepting my lobby invitations, so hopefully that gets resolved here shortly. And space, just showing a little bit of frustration there with the lack. And as soon as we get select in here, we'll get this game going. So please just bear with us. I think he's maybe he's watching the replay. But as soon as he gets done, we'll get this game going for you. Game number two. Yeah, man, I can't talk enough about how excellent Select's control is, his harassment is. He's just he's all over the place. So he's really doing an excellent job of staying on top of things, staying in control of the games. So I think we are ready for game number two. Just getting the go-ahead from the players, getting the go-ahead from the stream, and here we go, guys. Game number two of Spades versus Select, going to be MLG Shattered Temple. Good luck, have fun. Thank you for watching the Alienware Arena, brought to us by the fine folks at Alienware, and also by oh man, I should know all these sponsors by heart right now. I got to run to my notes. Alienware, MLG, and e-rev. Forgive me, sponsors, for being less than perfect. You guys are amazing for hosting such a fine event. The games have been great. The players have been having fun, and I hope you guys as spectators are enjoying the casting. 12 o'clock in the purple pieces. We have Dignitas select his opponent, Rain Spades. Over here at the 3 o'clock position, the first thing we notice right away, close by air, means any sort of harassment-based play can be super effective. Drops, banshees. It's kind of the extent of it when it comes to TVT, but that's a lot. Becomes exponentially more powerful here than it would in cross map because of how quickly you can get to your opponent's base via a dropship. Wow, having a hard time finding our words today. Select looks like he wants to wall his ramp. Spade says no, thank you. I'm gonna wall back here, and yeah. So, of course, Shattered Temple, one of the Blizzard maps in the pool here, 4-player map. And this is a remake of Lost Temple. Used to be these bases in the corners were islands. That is not the case anymore. They're simply separated by destructible rocks. Also, there used to be a really nasty cliff right here in the natural that nobody likes dealing with, but that is, of course, not the case on Shattered. Similar openings, at least thus far, for both players, going single gas, single racks on both counts. And both guys just kind of adding in their economy, getting everything in place. Seeing a lot of mirror matches today, TVT and PvP, and of course that was all preceded by LZ Gamer showing off his workplay. So hopefully we'll get to see some other non-mirrors after this game. Of course, lots of really strong, talented players still alive in the tournament. I know Axelab's still kicking. LZ Gamer just told me that he's made it through his round of 8 match, I believe. So he'll be Is it the round of 8 or the round of 16? I do not know. But either way, he's still alive, so we might see some more from him and his Zerg here soon. And bam, hidden in the back is a factory. So Select making the first move here. And Spades throwing down a factory as well. I have to really wonder about this positioning here. This is so close to the edge. This is so close to his opponent. How cute would it be if he floated this factory? I can't imagine something like that actually happening. I would be more inclined to think that he's just positioning it there so that Spades is kept in the dark. He might want to put a starport right below it for some Banshees. That would make a little bit of sense. And he is taking his second gas. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. Spades still on one gas. Reactor. So we're going to see some maybe reactor Italians. And yep, starport indeed. So we're going to see a Hellion drop. Or maybe, well, I don't know. Hellion drop is going to be my first guess. It could just be for Banshees. Yep, Tech Lab going down. So we're going to see some Hellions and some Marines at the front. And then Banshees coming out to harass in the back. So this is looking good. This is looking good. Spades throwing down the command center. Going to get that expansion up as quickly as he can. And this is all going to kind of hinge on whether or not he, one, realizes what Select is up to, and two, is able to respond to it accordingly. Non-cloaked Banshees are certainly more easily dealt with than cloaked Banshees, but they're still super. I mean, they're good, man. They're mobile. They're very bursty. They do a lot of damage. They can kill. You know, I would expect Select to kill 4 or 5 workers by default, just by virtue of the fact that he built the Banshee. Now he has to offset the cost of that tech because it is slowing down his expansion. But if Spades under responds, he could absolutely just lose the game outright. And look at this, Select is getting cloak, and Spades, of course, completely in the dark here, has no vision of, well, anything. So he has no idea that this is coming. He's just kind of having to sort of play this by ear. He does have his Marines positioned very tactically here at the command center, getting a Viking out first. So that's going to give him the capacity to deal with this first Banshee. And look at this Select coming in over the cliff. Not going to be spotted right off the bat. 1 SCV is going to die immediately. 2 down. 3 down. 4 not going to go down. And oh no, the Viking is all over the Banshee. So Select is going to get 3 SCV kills, but that's all he's going to get. And hard to say if that was worth it. Now he does have cloak coming out, and he's going to continue to commit to this. But look at this, Spades just going to park this Viking right over the top of the starport, and he might get a couple shots off before these Marines chase it away. And he does in fact get a couple shots off. And nice micro from Select, getting a couple shots of his own off on the Viking, but not able to score the kill there. So Spades, for the most part, has averted disaster. He's pumping SCVs on 2 command centers, at least he should be, and is other than that, he's just kind of adding in units where he can. He's macroing very hard, keeping his minerals very low, getting a little bit of a gas spike. Another Viking on its way out. I'm kind of curious. He's playing very defensively. It's like he's expecting Select to come drop, which is, that's certainly not unlike Select, but at the same time, Spades has to be very mindful of his front because, just a few units could push up to the front. And if you give up that position, you put yourself into a tough spot. Spades has no vision. He has no map control. He has no idea what his opponent is up to. He does see this Banshee flying in, though. This Banshee is not going to do anything, as that turret has been very well placed. He's going to get a Marine kill and a couple SCVs. But otherwise, the harassment of Select, at least this phase of the harassment, going to be a little bit... barely scooting out of there. 7 kills on that Banshee. So yeah, getting a little bit of damage done, but I would hardly say that he's justified the cost of investing in both Banshees and Cloak. As long as he persists, though, now we've seen what Select is capable of in terms of his harassment. So I mean, there's no... for all we know, he might get 30 more kills on that Banshee and submit this replay to the Hero Daily for Fun Day Monday. So... Anyway, Spades has secured his expansion. He does have well, no lead at all. He's got two SCVs less than his opponent, and Select is expanding as well. So honestly, things are looking pretty even here. On the Army tab, we can see that Spades does have the larger army by about 350 minerals and about 200 gas. But that's not going to be enough to swing the game one way or another. Extra racks going up here for Spades. eBay is down, of course. That's for the turrets. And reactor being added to a starport. That'll be for, well, I don't know. Last game he was making a reactor Viking, so he might do that. He also might start making medevacs. We'll just have to wait and see. Banshee scooting right by that Viking, going unnoticed. Spade's finally starting to take a little bit of map control. He has done some scouting with those Vikings. He is shooing Select's Marine off the map. Look at Select. He's so mindful of his units. He just backs them up, keeping everything alive, keeping those Banshees, or keeping that Banshee active, keeping those Vikings off the ground. And looks like we're absolutely going to see just some typical Terran macro versus Terran macro here. Medevacs are in fact the choice that Spades has made. And we can see that Select just kind of doing what Select does best, throwing down production facilities, macroing out a lot of stuff, building supply depots, mining minerals. Just being pretty solid. Spades looks like he might want to be taking a third base. He's definitely thinking about it. And adding his third and fourth gases as well. So kind of curious to see what's going to develop from here. Lots of bio being produced by Spades. Lots of bio being produced by Select. Select is going to be on 2 factories. Spades just on the 1 for now. So we're probably going to see either some sort of a Hellion switch or just like 2 factory tank out of Select, which in either case, Spades is going to have to come up with some sort of an answer. Spades trying to push up along this low ground. Select all over it, maintaining good position, not allowing Spades to siege up in range of his production, which is of course very important. And yep, Spades saying nope, not worth it. I'm gonna go somewhere else, and the game goes on. Now Select is the one making reactored Vikings. Interesting choice. Stem just now, well, starting to finish up here for Spades. And it looks like he's got a bad rally point. A lot of these racks, they're producing, but they're not sending their units anywhere, so that could be a little bit of a blunder. I'm sure Spades will catch it sooner or later, though. Hopefully sooner than later. Select looks like he's wanting to push out a little bit, keeping tabs on his opponent. And oh no, those tanks are going to get caught out of position. Select stemming and running up and just, oh my gosh, Spades losing the positional battle there, loses all of his tanks. GG's immediately. And that has to be frustrating. Select knocking off Spades 2-0. And what a turn of events. Now Spades, certainly one of the top Terran players in North America, making an uncharacteristic blunder there, losing those tanks, not choosing to stick around. And that one stings a little bit, guys. So that's going to do it for Select versus Spades. Select's going to move on into the round of 4. And I'll be right back with our next game. Don't go anywhere.